The United States has always been called the land of opportunity. For more than a century, millions of people from around the world have migrated to America in search of better education, work, and a brighter future. But in September 2025, new immigration policy updates have shaken the dreams of many. From stricter visa requirements and financial proof rules to caps on certain categories and changes in work permits, these new updates are creating waves across migrant communities. In this video, we'll cover the key highlights of the new September 2025 immigration policies, who will be most affected, the reasons behind these decisions, real-life impact on students, workers, and families, political and economic context in the US, comparison with other countries, and what the future may look like for America's immigration system. Stay tuned till the end, because these updates could directly shape the next decade of migration trends. The US immigration system has always been complex. From student visas like F1, to work visas like H1B, to family reunification programs, America's immigration system impacts not only individuals but also the global economy. Over the years, the US has gone through cycles of welcoming migrants and then tightening restrictions. For example, after the 9th of November, security was prioritized. In the 2010s, debates around illegal migration and border control dominated headlines. During COVID-19, travel bans and visa suspensions caused disruptions for millions. Now, in 2025, the Biden administration, and Congress under strong political pressure, has announced sweeping reforms designed to modernize but also control immigration. Here are the major changes revealed: student visas, F1, J1, M1, higher financial proof required for international students, stricter rules for optional practical training, OPT. Some STEM programs will see reduced post-study work rights. Work visas, H1B, L1, O1, H1B cap remains, but lottery selection criteria now prioritize higher wages and advanced degrees. Dependents on H4 visas face new work restrictions. L1 visas for intra-company transfers will need additional evidence of company operations abroad. Green card backlogs new digital system introduced to reduce wait times, but priority dates for India and China remain heavily delayed. Family reunification visas face stricter sponsorship requirements. Asylum and border control tighter screening processes at the US-Mexico border. Faster deportation proceedings for those entering illegally. Diversity visa, lottery program. Quota remains at 55,000 but with new eligibility checks for education and language. These policies aim to strike a balance between welcoming talent and reducing the overall migration flow. There are three main reasons behind the September 2025 update. Economic pressure, inflation, housing shortages, and healthcare costs have fueled arguments that migrants are straining resources. Politicians argue the US must first stabilize its domestic economy. Political climate with the upcoming 2026 midterm elections, immigration is once again a hot-button issue. Republicans demand stricter border controls, while Democrats push for modernization. This policy update is seen as a compromise. Global competition countries like Canada, the UK, and Australia are aggressively attracting students and skilled workers. The US fears losing its competitive edge but also wants to avoid overwhelming its systems. International students, especially those from India, China, Nigeria, and Latin America, where family support and financial flexibility are limited. Skilled workers on H1B. Many professionals in IT, engineering, and healthcare now face longer wait times and tougher renewal processes. Families of migrants. Stricter sponsorship rules mean longer separations. Asylum seekers. Faster deportation processes mean fewer chances for appeals. The policies may reduce overall numbers, but they also risk discouraging talented individuals who might choose other countries instead. Pushpin Maria, a student from Brazil, was planning to study in California. She now needs to show 40% more financial proof before her visa can be approved. She says, "My dream is still alive, but it feels like the US doesn't want me anymore." Pushpin Ravi, an Indian IT professional on H1B, faces delays in his green card process. He has lived in the US for 10 years but still doesn't know when his family can join him permanently. Pushpin Alejandro, a migrant from Mexico, applied for asylum. Under the new rules, his case will be processed within 90 days. But experts warn faster processing often means fewer fair hearings. These are not just numbers on paper. These are lives interrupted, dreams delayed, and families separated. Supporters, they argue the new rules will protect American jobs, housing, and public services. They see it as a way to strengthen border security and restore fairness. Critics, they call it short-sighted, saying the US risks losing its reputation as a global hub for education and innovation. Universities, tech companies, and even healthcare employers are warning human rights groups. They argue the policies could violate international norms on asylum and family unity. The debate continues to divide Americans. Some see it as taking control, others see it as closing doors. Canada still allows dependents for students, though with higher funds required. UK recently banned most student dependents, but work opportunities remain. Australia has strict visa requirements but offers longer post-study work permits. Compared to these, the US is trying to balance opportunity with restriction. But whether that balance works will only be seen in the coming years. Experts suggest three possible outcomes: talent diversion, more students and workers may choose Canada, Germany, or Australia instead of the US policy revisions. If universities and tech giants lose talent, pressure may force the government to relax some rules. Political rollercoaster, with elections around the corner, immigration policy may continue to shift dramatically every few years, creating uncertainty. The USA Immigration Policy Update of September 2025 is not just about rules and paperwork. It is about real people, real families, and real dreams. The US government says it is about fairness, security, and balance. But for migrants, it often feels like a door slowly closing. So the big questions remain. White right-pointing backhand index: will America continue to be the world's top destination for migrants? White right-pointing backhand index, or will new policies push talent, students, and families toward other countries?